all the way from your seat, from your seat bone, all the way to your cervical vertebra. Decide to collect the water. The consequence is that it's going to slow down the walk because it's going to convert the thrust created by the front leg into more upward force. And therefore the speed, which is horizontal force, is going to diminish.
I think I'm going to get
Now he's going to slow down because he leaves the back. He's not going to leave the back because he slowed down. It's going to be the opposite. He's going to slow down because the thrust created by the front leg is going to be used more upward. And therefore the speed will slow down. Therefore slowing down is a tool, but it's not the reason why he leaves the back. It's a consequence. Yeah, you do pretty good. And then as you collect, you have more than that. You will start to feel what I explained. They move by alternative bending, lombaire, thoracic. When the left forelegs move back, he bend left. When the right forelegs move back, he bend right. It's the opposite with the lombaire. When the left hand leg moves forward, the lombaire bend right. When the left hand leg, the right hand leg moves forward. So it's an alternative bending of the lombaire and thoracic vertebra, which is in fact in opposite direction. It's like a S shape. That is becoming part of what you need to refine to be able to, at the horseshoe, convert the thrust created by the front leg into more upward force. Because they don't do it dorsoventrally as we believe, they do it through rotation and bending. So they rotate this way, and this way, and this way, and that's how they lift. So when you want more collection, the concept of the narrow corridor, what we call straightness, became very important. So you try to collect more, a little bit more, until the consequence will be that it will go slower. So find the tone to, yeah, like that, like that. That's very good there. And then you feel under your right thigh, you feel the push on your right thigh. That's the lateral bending. Concentrate on that, and you are going to feel it is uneven. You are going to feel it will push more on one than the other. And you find the tone of your body which is going to allow you to resist that. So you are going to channel the horse between your upper thigh, which is in fact your back. The calves are there because they are there to modulate the activity of the front leg. And of course, he always will think to push less. He's going to try to make it easy for him. So you constantly, your entire body function. So you try to collect more, yes, like that. But you might have to focus on the straightness even more than the balance. All that work in the same time. Yeah, what you just did there is good. Teeny bit more. Yes. Then you feel it on your upper thigh on the right side. Therefore you did that, that's good. You need to fix that. Then the pole also. Yes. He's still on the pushing on the right side. Therefore you need to resist a little bit more, maybe place your pelvic one hair to the left. Play with the position of the pole, play with the flexion of the pole. And then also now you feel it on your calf, you put the croup on the right. Therefore you feel that. Then he's going to put the croup on the left. He's going to do a lot of stuff. And you refine everything. So you are going to get, that's pretty good there. That's pretty good. Yeah. Check the pole, but that's very good. Now when he is there, the band of the shoulder will become easier. You keep your left leg, you put gentle pressure on the right leg, you bend the thoracic spine to the right. But as you do your shoulder in, it should enhance the way it was when you start. So you create a coordination, we call that collection, which is going to prepare him for a better band. The band is going to push the coordination further because it's going to increase the lift of the trunk between the forelegs. And therefore, yeah, when you have a pretty good feeling of the back on a straight line, which is basically shoulder form, you put him on shoulder in, having in mind that the shoulder in is going to push the collection one step further. What's going to happen on the shoulder in? If you focus on your upper thigh, you're going to feel it's going to shift the weight from the right shoulder when he's now, then he put the croup to the right, then he's on the left shoulder, and then the croup is to the right. So you have to put the shoulder to the right and resist with the right leg. Yeah, that's good. Then he's on the left shoulder. Then he's on the right. The balance, more balance. When he's too heavy, more balance. Yes, yes. During the shoulder in, the verticality of the weather is the key. The angle, 30 degrees, 3 track, that's just completely useless. The verticality of the shoulder is a key. So when you're going to put him on shoulder in, okay, I'm going to place my body in front of you, and then I'm going to tell you this way, like so. Shoulder in, place the shoulder here. He's on the right shoulder, left, right, right, left, right, right, left arm leg, right shoulder, right, left, right. You feel that? Tac. Now, you lean right, stay vertical, okay? And then in relation to me, I'll help you, okay? You're going to feel that, and you control that. The way you control that, you are the shoulder in. You are the mold. And before until he finds his place between your legs, he will not. And that's where you go there. You stay in line. And you resist with the left thigh, with the right thigh, but you don't push back. You just stay. And then with your legs, you tell him, should go there. And then with your back, you control the balance. He should lift more. The rotation occurs up and down. Rotate like that. And that's what you feel. He fall on the left shoulder, down. He go up middle. He fall right shoulder, down. He go up middle, and so on. Therefore, when you feel him on one thigh or the other, he's going down, right or left. You stay there. You don't bend your spine. You stay absolutely equal on both sit bones. You keep the symmetry of your body, which he feels through your thigh. You tell him you should go between my thigh, and then he's going to figure. And when he's going to figure, he's going to feel softer, rounder, lighter. You're going to feel the band like a longitudinal flexion, not like a band. Because band is rotation is lift. So when we say they lift the back, they don't do it this way. They do it this way, and then this way, and then this way, and then this way. The lift is a rotation. The lift don't occur like that. You occur like that, and then like that, and then like that, and then like that. So by minimizing those errors, he does with the shoulder, tac, you keep him here. He will still do that, but very little. Okay? And therefore, when you will succeed to do it, you will be very high. You will feel a longitudinal flexion. You will feel upward force. And so then you know that means the bend. That means the rotation is under control. So during the shoulder in, the literature talk about 3-track angle of 30 degrees. Okay. Well, that's fine. It's not important. The angle is what you need. Each horse, you find your own angle. 3 track, okay, if you want, but big deal. It's not important. What is very important is the rotation. When la guérinière sait they engage the right hand leg, yes, if the rotation is correct. No, if the rotation is incorrect. La guérinière did not know that. La guérinière was 1736. The rotation was explained in 1999. So he did not know it, but he knew it. So when he was alive, he teach, and he knew what he wanted. So he teach, he talked about that in his own terms. He doesn't say rotation, but he think about it. But once he died, if you read his book, it's not too much on the shouldering, it's 2 pages. So when he died, nobody really understands. And the shouldering became a big mass. And then 100 years later, a guy named Gustav Steinbrecht, a German, it's another guy who feel the rotation. But he don't use the term rotation, he said the shoulder move. And he created the shoulder for, and he said, when they travel right, they tend to put the left forelegs in front of the left hand leg. And if you push the right foreleg in front of the right hand leg, they bend. They discover the rotation. Right? They do that, and if you correct the rotation, they bend. Proper bend, coupled with rotation. Therefore, Steinbrecht rediscovered the rotation. But he did not use the term rotation because he did not know what it was. At the 16th century, Monsieur de Newcastle said, the horse bend easier if you put the inside legs toward the outside forelegs. He discovered the rotation. So he had been through the history. All those guys were pretty genius. They intuitively realized it was something to make it work. But they did not know what it was, so they explained it the best way they can. Okay? But they never used the term rotation. They did not know what it was. But it is what it is. And when you realize, if you want to effectively get the adduction of the inside on it, the rotation has to be correct. If the rotation is inverted, you get the opposite. So, yes, the shouldering is a great movement if the rotation is correct. When you use it to increase the lift, but you focus on that. You find the angle when the horse is comfortable. You create adduction of the front leg, and then with your body, you feel that. And then you stabilize that exactly in the middle. You follow me? We are going to do it. So I place myself in front of you, and then I will tell you, right, left. Just stay there and figure how much ton you need to put on the right side of your body or on the left side. And then when he's going to play, try all those different errors, he's going to figure that. And you are going to feel that. Then we are ready for the song. Okay? So let's go. Stay on the left and we meet on the other side. Stay on the left. The shouldering is a very good movement. Very easy movement to do wrong. Very difficult movement to do well. Because it's not explained in the literature. We have to go beyond what the classical author explained about it. It's not what we think. It's not the angle. It's not the bending. It's the balance, the rotation. So you collect the horse. Yes. Now you place the shoulder here. Yeah. The croup stay there. Take the croup. Yes. And then not too much. Not too much. Place the shoulder here. There. Then come from the right leg. Left shoulder. Left arm leg. right shoulder, yes, yeah, there. Feel that? Right? That's it. Right? When you feel that, you get the right? But that's the way you feel. And you don't feel like a band, you feel like a lift. Yeah. When you get that, if you hit that, you will pretty good at the trot. You have two options you can decide. You can decide a trot on the shoulder in. It might not work because it might fall on your right shoulder. Or you can decide, because I am bent, I'm on the shoulder in, I'm going to go on the circle and then pick up the trot. Okay? And then the way you pick up the trot, you might go back on the shoulder in to recreate the lift. Okay, so the connection you have when you start, make the move easy. The move allowed him to explore further. You see? And that's where you get more lift. So the bend was good when you feel the lift. So you did not feel a bend because the bend is rotation is lift. Okay? But that's the value of the shouldering because when that goes up, that's ready to come up. That is where you can eventually, if you decide, well, I'm going to work on leg. Well, you create that, and when you have that, you can explore more angle, more addiction of the front leg. But if you don't have that border with the front leg, you will have nothing. It's a coordination we need to create. Okay? Will you do it? Let's go. Yeah. That's why it's interesting to use the head as a reference. Because it's very precise. You find the angle when the horse is comfortable with, and then you adduct the inside on leg, you control the outside, and you focus on the verticality of the weather. So you place the shoulder here, yes. Right shoulder, right arm leg, more balance, left shoulder, right, left arm leg, right shoulder, yeah, there, here, yes, yeah, this way, yes, right leg, right, yeah, left shoulder, here, left leg, shoulder, yes, the full right, control the left arm leg, yeah. Good. When he escaped like that with the left arm leg, place the shoulder in front of it. Don't try, yeah, because if you have to push too much leg, you will have to have side effect. So replace the shoulder. You need to bend here. Well, if you don't want to bend, you don't. That's why you put the front leg outside. So you control it, but you want the dialogue to be positive. You need to be a positive conversation. You start to drill it. You start to be too strong with your leg. It's going to start to think negative. It's going to start to think against you. You have another way to do it. You put a wall with your left leg. You don't respond, but it does the shoulder. That's why I changed my position. That's why sometimes I put the shoulder there. You rather do that than becoming too strong. Remember the tactile perception under your leg. If you become too strong, you force them in defense. So you have another way. You replace the shoulder, and it's easier. So you go straight, you collect the walk. Any bit more. Do it, find a way with your body. Find the tongue, explore. Talk to him on a very subtle level. Explore, and you will feel at one moment he will respond to you. You need a little bit more balance, more work on the back. Consequently, you will go a little bit slower. A little bit more. More balance. There. Oh, now, pass the shoulder here. Control the group, right arm leg, yeah, left. Shoulder here, it's too much, yeah, left. Yeah, left. Now, focus, tuck, is on the right shoulder, left, right, left on leg, left shoulder, left, right, yeah, there. You get that? Okay. So easy. When you get that, hot. That is where you decide, okay? You feel intuitively, I should trot on the circle, or I should trot on the shoulder. You don't know, you are going to have an intuition, believe it. Okay? If it's an error, I will tell you. Believe it. Because you feel things that you cannot see. That's it. So you will feel, for whatever reason, don't even try to know why. Work at the level of intuition. You decide, I'm going to pick up the trot on the circle, or I'm going to pick up the trot on the shoulder in. That's it. And if you decide to pick up on the shoulder in and you fall on the right shoulder, outside shoulder, at the departure, but that was the wrong choice. That's how you learn. Okay? Not a problem. Okay? That's how you learn because it's not going to be the same. One departure will have to be on the circle, another departure can be on the shoulder in. Yeah, it's not going to be the same. Each departure is going to be different. You can try that. We'll see. We put him in a right balance, and then as soon as he feels good, trot. Okay? So the time I tell you is going to be one stride too late. So as soon as you feel it, you trot. You prepare the band by creating more lift. As soon as you have the lift, you increase the band. You increase the lift via the band. So the shouldering is going to increase what you already create in a straight line. And what you're going to create in a straight line is going to make the band easier further off. So, up, more balance. Left leg, more balance, more. Left leg, more balance. Don't go on shouldering yet. Yeah, there. Now, place the shoulder here. Control the right hand leg. Right hand leg, yes. Left, shoulder here. Yeah, left, yes. Right shoulder here. And the pull right, left leg. More balance, left shoulder. Right, yes. Then you cut. Okay. The way, good, back to one. The way you decided, the way it was good. Okay? As you put him under like that, okay, you can expect a trot more square. Okay? So you touch with your legs, if you don't react, you touch with the whip, but with your body. You ride for a trot, tack. Okay? As you put the hand leg under, as he lifts the trunk, he's in a pretty good balance. Now you need to figure that again, is to pick up the trot, keeping that. But he used to pick up the trot, losing it. So the way you ride, you need to tell him, it's about keeping the balance. So you touch with the legs, but you don't want to do it to a point where you're going to change the coordination of your body. If you touch a lot with the legs, you're going to contract your body. The whip is pretty good for that. Right? You need to keep, your body is going to keep the balance. And therefore a gentle touch of the whip is better than having to use the legs more. But you will contract. If you use more leg, you will contract your shoulder. Or when he's going to create more push for the trot, it is your body. The integrity of your body is going to tell him it's about keeping the same balance. Okay, not just trot. He starts okay, then he rushes a little bit. Okay? So try to have in your mind the cadence, tap, 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 tap. Square means the croup go higher than the forelegs. The forelegs carry more weight than the hind leg. In order to move the croup and the shoulder the same, square. You have to be very high on the front and low behind. Okay? Therefore, if you feel even, square, you're pretty good. Okay? That's the feeling you want. After that, when he's going to develop the capacity to do that, he's going to become more suspensive. But the first thing he's going to figure is how to keep the hand leg under, the trunk up. Okay? And when you push more for the trot, manage with the back the force to create more upward force. And therefore, the more the increase of push of the hand leg is not going to be shift on the forelegs. You say it's going to create it upward. So if you succeed to do that, you will have a square trot. Now, of course, he can also fall this way. The way you decide to pick up the trot was a good solution. You have a pretty good control of that. Okay? But what he could have done better is keep the balance. Therefore, when you are going to ask for the trot, you use your legs. If you just touch, it's okay. But if you have to use more, don't. So it's not the trot. The subject, it's a balance. Okay, the trot in balance. So we create the balance by the shouldering, and we want him to do the adjustment he needs to do in his body to keep his balance in a trot. Okay, let's go. The shouldering is a great movement, but it's very difficult to do well. Very easy to do wrong, but very difficult to do well. Lagariner was really a genius. He figured a lot of stuff, but he cannot explain it. When you read his book, there is not too much on the shouldering stuff. Are you correct? Yes. With your body, that's pretty good. There is some tension on your right shoulder and opposite, yeah, there, you correct it. Then more balance, more, yes. Now shoulder in. The croup, shoulder here, yes, left leg, shoulder here, it's too much. With the shoulder, yeah, there. Then, yes, it's pretty light angle, the croup. Move the shoulder here. When you push the butt, move the shoulder here. But keep the pole to the right. And then control the croup. And then the shoulder. Yeah, too much. The croup is too much. Yeah, there. Yes. Now keep the shoulders here. Place the shoulder where I am. Here. Yes, here. Then control the croup. Yes. Keep on the left shoulder. Left, right. Yeah, left. Left. Go. The two first strides were pretty good, square. Then you do the little. Therefore, try to push more just by maybe the pressure, the contact of your cap, a little bit more. Or the two first strides were square, pretty good. Then, why use it? That's what you need to figure. Could be not enough activity. That's what you think. Therefore, you can don't squeeze but don't move, but have more pressure with the cap. You can do that. You can touch with the weight. But because the two first strides are okay, if you decide to touch with the weight, don't do it at the first one. Do it at the third one. To cry. You might also, so let's keep that. You have, when you talk about it, you immediately realize I need more push. More. That's probably what you need. Yeah, he starts okay and then he doesn't keep joint. Let's try that. Another idea, try to do it on the shoulder in. You might have a better contact on the neck. When you start, you trot straight, a pretty good control of the lateral movement. But you need more activity of the hand. You might fix it with the legs, you might fix it with a touch of the whip, you might fix it by trying to do it on the shoulder. That might help you. Okay? So let's try again. You balance a lot, the tone of your body, more balance, more, yes, teeny bit more, left leg, more balance, yeah, there, no, more, right leg, more balance, the whole right, no, slower, more balance, yeah, there. Now the shoulder in, yes, shoulder, this way, right leg, yes, left leg, right, yeah, there. Yes, then you go. You need more push. Say you start, let's go back to walk. You start not too good, but at the second stride you push. It was better. Then you drop at the full. Then you push again. It was better. Kick his butt. He's a man, kick his butt. He needs more push. He can't do it. He just tries to go off. Maybe not. Okay? So he needs more push. So you prepare. I use the expression kick his butt because it's funny. You don't do it nasty, but you need more push. You have to tell him, hey guy, wake up, okay? Or slow, straight, more balance. Right arm leg. Or, yes, no, yes. Now here, the crook stay there, yeah. Right leg, left shoulder, yes. Left, he's on the left shoulder, the right arm leg, left shoulder, put the crook, yeah. The left shoulder, right leg, left shoulder, right leg, left shoulder, yes, right leg, left shoulder, more to the right, control the right, yeah. Take a little bit more angle, yeah, there. Now, control the left arm leg, now the right arm leg, yeah, and then the shoulder, right leg, left shoulder, yes, yeah, the ball higher, right arm leg, left shoulder, right arm leg, left shoulder, the pole, the shoulder, yes, right leg, yeah, yes, yeah, there, yeah, look. Oh, okay. The push was okay, but it was too fast. Therefore, try. You push more, but you think more balance. Open the chest more, advance the pelvic more. So let's go back to walk. When that would happen, when you push more, we tend to contract the shoulder. And therefore, the activity of the hand leg was okay, but it was speed. Bon, this activity should become balanced. That's what you try to create with your body. Okay? So you find the balance between the pressure of the legs and the opening of the chest, the control of your body. What I ask you to do is very sophisticated, but that's the real thing. On the crook, the balance, that is good. Push more. That's good.
Sometimes it's off.
Yes. And then you lose it, but that was good. Okay, back to walk. That was good. Puff. That was I call squareness. Okay. Lose, then you come back, then you lose. But that's normal. That's good. That's what you want. The departure need to give you this feeling. That. there. And then he will lose it. And then he will come back. And then what you decide, when he loses it, put him on shoulder in. And if he comes back, good. Give him time to figure. And if you don't, reorganize other one. You say? You create the coordination, which you need to not only keep, but push further. That is job. And according to the error he does, you decide how you can help it. It's a very precise game between how much you push, how much you balance. It's very precise, very demanding. You have to concentrate a lot, you have to see. It's a lot to keep together, but anyway. Yes. The more you do it, the easier you become. At first, it's kind of overwhelming because you have to think about everything, but once you figure how to do it, your body, your brain and your body get used to that. And it became very easy to do. But it's, at first, it's a lot of demand. And then it's a conversation. You observe, for example, there. He was putting the crook to the right. Now before he was putting the crook to the left. Which means he's thinking too. He's thinking, I need to change something, but he doesn't figure exactly yet what he needs to change. Because his mind is to protect his body. That's where the conversation develops. And you execute the move, you can feel what he does, and you think what you should tell him to do. Which sometimes, because when he starts to say, oh, maybe I don't have to push, we have to say, hey. Okay? Hey. Sometimes you have to do that. That's why you use the expression, kick his butt. Kick his butt is not mean, okay? But he means, hey, oh. And you did it, it's okay. But you need activity to be able to convert this activity to knowledge. Yeah? Good job. You do it very well. And the more you practice, the easier it becomes. But it is not easy. It is a lot of work, but fascinating. Fascinating. You feel everything. And then you guide your horse and you create. It's like a piece of art. You create a dynamic piece of art. You create a horse which is totally effective. Good job. You're very welcome.